Hey, what's happening all you crazy internet people, and welcome to yet another vlog. My name, as always, is Drake, and it is a new year, so let's start off with some new things. First off, Twitter is strongly rumored to be changing its character limit to 10,000 characters per tweet. Now, this is strongly rumored, but it is a rumor nonetheless, so take it with a grain of salt. Take everything I'm about to say regarding the details of these rumored character expansions with a grain of salt, because this could not happen at all. So with that said, I'm going to run through kind of the basic details of this story. If you really want to read up on what may be changing, I have linked the Rkod article in the description, so check that out if you'd like. So first off, character limit change from 140 to 10,000. That is crazy. It is also rumored that Twitter would show the first 140 characters of a tweet in the timeline, and then you would have to tap or click to see a full post. Now, the rollout is alleged to be happening by the end of this quarter, first quarter 2016, and that is quite soon. Now, with all that said, I'd like to kind of talk about what this means for Twitter. I first hopped on Twitter in 2009, I think right around the time when they changed their character limit from 160 characters per tweet to the 140 that it is today. And the short form I've really come to appreciate over the years. It's given me a way to very quickly catch up with my contacts, my peers, my friends in very short amounts of time. You know, it keeps things simple, keeps things good, I think, because there's not room for unnecessary details or details that I don't really care about. And the short form, the 140 characters, allows me as well to kind of keep things to the point so people can catch up with me in a very simple and effective manner. Now, I should also point out that Twitter is considered a microblogging platform. You may be wondering, what is a microblogging platform? Microblogging just means short blogs, and tweets are technically considered blog posts, so microblogging is Twitter essentially. With that in mind, I don't think changing to basically full-fledged blogging is going to bring advantage to Twitter. I don't think it's going to bring a lot of people to Twitter, because there are already so many great blogging services out there. You know, to name a few, Medium, which I love, WordPress, as well as Google's Blogger. I think they have well established themselves in the blogging world, and Twitter needs to kind of stay in its own little microblogging world. I think that's where a lot of Twitter's success has come from, having that microblogging platform, the microblogging system that basically allows people to talk about their day, talk about their life, talk about their business, whatever, in very short form, and it's very easily shareable. So for Twitter to go from their microblogging market, which I don't believe there are many competitors out there, to the full blogging world, I think they're making themselves vulnerable to possibly going the way of MySpace. I don't feel that that is a great move for them, because they might end up losing users should they incorporate such a system. I mean, obviously, if the rumor about the 140 characters, the first 140 characters being displayed and then having to tap or click to see a full story, that might help them, because then people don't have to see as much. But I feel like if people don't properly title or tag their posts in that first 140 characters, that it's going to become annoying to view your timeline and just catch up with your tweets if you're just cluttered with, read this, read my full post, you know, read my full rant about why whatever. I just don't think that going into a bigger market where there are big competitors is going to help Twitter. I don't think it's going to be a good long-term move, because eventually I think people are going to lose that feeling that Twitter is a place for simple communication, and they'll eventually move to other things. I think for short form, Twitter is kind of the place to go. So I'm personally hoping that they do not make such a change, but who knows, I guess we'll see. Moving on, I'd like to give my no-spoiler thoughts on Star Wars The Force Awakens. I saw the movie on the 19th of December, I believe, so a few weeks ago, so I've had some time to think about it. And first things first, I loved the movie. It was fantastic for me. I saw it in 3D. I geeked out the entire time, even from walking in the movie theater. I was like, I'm going to see Star Wars. And I'm walking out and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much stuff. I am running through so many thoughts and I just want to immerse myself in more Star Wars. My first reactions after seeing the movie, first off, oh my God, I cannot wait for episode 8. They left such a big cliffhanger and I just really want to see what is going on in the Star Wars universe with these new characters. My next thought was that the movie was definitely geared towards creating a new audience for Star Wars, perhaps kids, young adults, teens, whatever you want to say the target audience for this Star Wars was. Another big one, Disney pulled it off. Everybody thought that Disney was going to screw up Star Wars, but I think they did a great job with it. I think they lived up to the Star Wars name. They did it justice. So my further thoughts on this, after seeing the movie, letting it sink in for a little bit, first thought was, where's the storyline going with the new characters? The new characters, specifically Rey and Finn. Where could the storyline go with these characters as well as the other new characters that have been introduced? So there's a lot of potential there. They left a lot of things open, and I think they're going to play with that as they come up with new concepts for the upcoming, films, television shows, books, whatever is coming up. There's everything Star Wars nowadays, even Star Wars showerheads. Moving on, will Captain Phasma, she's the commander of the Stormtroopers, as I read, and she's kind of that chrome-plated Stormtrooper. Will she have a more significant role in the later episodes? Because in the movie, and this is all I'm going to say, she was kind of lame. She looked badass, but she was kind of lame. So those are my thoughts on The Force Awakens. If you have not seen the movie, I encourage you to see the movie if you're even vaguely interested in Star Wars, because it is such a great film. It was really entertaining, and I think it's fun for people of all ages, especially those who are familiar with Star Wars and that universe. Alright, and finally, since it's a new year, I wanted to run through my New Year's resolutions, because I decided while I was setting up this video that I should set some resolutions, because usually I just don't, and then my life doesn't necessarily improve, but I thought maybe this year I will set some resolutions and really seek them out. So first off, I want to leave 2016 better than I entered it. That doesn't mean that, at the end of my 2015 sucked. It just means that I want to improve my life over the course of this year, even to a small degree, because that would be an improvement nonetheless. Next, I want to make the Dean's List yet again, because I currently have a streak going since I entered university where I have made the Dean's List every semester. So to keep that going would be fantastic. I want to keep that streak going because it means that I am doing well, and I want to do well. That is my goal. Next, this is kind of the obligatory get into shape, start working out kind of deal, but I do feel that it's important for my health because I do want to make sure that I live a long and happy life, and that kind of starts off with taking care of my body, which I want to do even further this year. I want to, eat better foods, work out more, because I'm kind of sedentary, to be honest. But I want to improve on that. I want to start making that step goal every day. So get in better physical shape. And then finally, this is kind of one that I've been playing with for a while. Write a novel. I started writing something back in November for National Novel Writing Month. I think that's what it's called. And I have not finished it yet. I've not made significant progress in a while, actually. But I really want to write a novel, even for my own entertainment and to just make this goal. I want to write a novel because I'm really interested in writing, and I think that I can do it. It's just a matter of motivating myself and sitting down and just doing it. And I don't want to just sit down one night and write it. I want to make it a process that I enjoy, a process that I feel will make for great quality. So those are my New Year's resolutions. Feel free to rate yours in the comments if you have any. So with all that said, thank you for watching, and I hope you will tune in for the next video.